Mariamma Thomas.
Hi, sir.
Namaskaram.
Namaskaram.
No, sir. DrTPS.
I'm SEPHA. I'm studying in 10th standard.
Your name is?
And I'm SEPHA.
Spell it.
SEPHA.
And
My name is SIYONA.
SIYONA and SEPHA. Okay. You are in which school?
Doha Public School.
That is where I came some time back. So tell me. Okay. So what do you want from me? What is that they told about me?
Sir, ഞാൻ ബയോഗ്രഫി വായിച്ചപ്പോൾ സാർ ഒരു സ്പേസ് സയന്റിസ്റ്റ് ആണ്, എഡ്യൂക്കേഷനിസ്റ്റ് ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ പിന്നെ വായിച്ചപ്പോൾ കേട്ടത് സാറ്
You speak in English. Where are you from? Kerala? Alappuzha. Which place in Alappuzha? Kuttanad. Okay. Who all at home?
I have two other siblings and parents.
Other sibling is in 7th class?
No. She is in 7th and other two are in 2nd grade. They both are twins. Third grade.
Okay. So one is in 10th, one is in 7th, another one is in 3rd grade. Huh?
Yeah. They are twins.
Huh?
There are two. They both are twins.
Okay. So what do you want?
So I heard that when I read about you, it was like you were not good in studies, but then how did you reach up this level?
You are in 7th class, right?
Yes, sir.
I was not good in academics. Academics means getting good marks was not my, I don't know, maybe I am not very concentrating on examination. So I just got a pass mark in 10th class and 12th class. But then I decided, yes. My brother was very strict. He told you cannot study maths. If you want, you can study Malayalam. Because that was the only probably examination which I passed, Malayalam. Even English I used to fail. So my brother told me that you can do graduation in Malayalam. You cannot study mathematics. And I want to show, yes, I can study mathematics. So I was challenging my brother. So why I became a good student is, I took it as a challenge to show that, yes, if you tell me I cannot do it, I will show you that I can do it. So I took PhD in mathematics. So that is why I left my job. I keep going to children. I am so glad that love you for this. Glad that somebody read about me and then heard about me and then wanted to talk to me. I did not even ask you what for, right?
Yes, sir.
You just asked me. I am studying in 7th class and my sister is in 10th class. I am interested to talk to you. That's it. Very rare to get such a... See, last week I was in Bangalore in one of those schools. 4 days I spent. Hardly people give message after that also. Even after spending 2 days fully with them, the students don't respond. So I was telling, when I go to Gulf, I am so happy. People respond. South India, generally people are too bad. Alappuzha, I was there last month. I spoke to 1,000 children. I expected at least 1 or 2 children will send a message. Nobody has sent a message. Got it? From Hyderabad, I stay in Hyderabad. All the way we go to Kerala. From there I drove. What for? just to instigate somebody. Maybe there also I must have told my story. I was not a good student. Then somebody will feel like asking question, right? How did you become a good student? No, nobody is interested. So when somebody asks question, I am really thrilled. And during my graduation, my brother got into All India service. All India service is civil service. My brother was one of the one of the brightest student from probably in my whole village, maybe whole district. But I was not. So my brother, when I got into graduation first year, he became a teacher in a college. Not in my college, some other college. My eldest brother was a professor in same college. He only told me that don't learn Malayalam. But my direct elder brother was that time past masters. He joined for PhD. But then between he got a job as a teacher. He joined for as a teacher in a college. So he was a zoology teacher. Then he wrote All India service. His interest was forest. So he got into forest service. The forest service is entirely different from civil service. Because forest service get only one direct examination, only science people can write. Civil service IAS, if you are an English graduate, history or economics, even BTech or MBBS also can write. Everybody can write. But forest service only for technical subject or maybe science subjects related people. So he retired now. Very recently he retired as the chief of Kerala Forest. Okay. He took his PhD in butterflies. After long years serving government, he decided to do PhD, and then how butterflies can be attracted. What is that makes butterfly to come and stay in some place? That was his PhD. So he also has interest in reading, writing and all that, which I did not had during that time. He was very good from childhood onwards. For me, after graduation, because my brother became civil service, I was also thinking I should also become civil service. But then my basic 8th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th class knowledge is very bad. If your basic is not good, you cannot write competitive exam and pass. You are in the right time. 7th class onwards. I keep saying, if somebody wanted to write all competitive exams in life, this is a book, Civil Service Prelims Handbook. I wrote in this. 7th class onwards, you must start becoming a good student so that you can write civil service. I was not good. But then I decided I am going to study. So what I did was I started studying all the subjects from childhood onwards, what I did not study. I started reading very seriously. Especially mathematics, if you want to learn. If you don't know the basic, you cannot learn higher mathematics. Why many people find mathematics as problem? 7th class you don't study social science. Still you can study 8th class social science. If you don't study 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th also social science, you go to college, directly you can study social science. Your basic is not a problem. But mathematics is not like that. If you don't study basics, you study higher studies, you cannot do that, you will fail. So I decided to study my 10th class, 12th class mathematics. So how did I study? In same college where those days there was no tuition, no teachers will take you private tuition, one-to-one classes are not there. So I started teaching my juniors. If I had to teach my juniors, what should I do? I should prepare, right? So I started teaching commerce students, failed people, in college also, chemistry, physics students, they want to learn mathematics, I used to teach them. Not tuition fees, but free. But this is for me to prepare. So I found the best method to study is to teach. So I started teaching probably in 1981. Maybe your parents would not have taken birth at that time. Yeah, just must have taken birth. That's it, right? 40 years back.
Right.
Almost 30, 40 years back. 42 years back I started teaching. So that is my interest in teaching. So I love to make children understand the method of learning. So you can see 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. One blog is there. So it will tell you a method of learning, method of teaching. So how did I learn? By teaching. So why did I learn? I wanted to teach. So you think that when you are studying something, I am going to teach this to somebody else. Then how will you learn? You will learn it so perfect that anybody can ask any question, I will answer. So when I joined college, when I was not a good student, I wanted to study, I told all my friends, you ask me any question, I will answer. But I am not very good. But still I told everybody, you ask question, I will teach. So they used to ask a lot of questions. I prepare. Next day I will teach them. Okay. So that is one of the method which I used. So that's what I wrote in 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. How to prepare for exams. How to enjoy your studies. That's what I did.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I'm actually an average student and my ambition is to become a pilot. Do you have any advice to give me?
It doesn't matter whether you're an average or extra brilliant, all that doesn't matter. First of all, if you want to become pilot, your parents should have nearly 2 crores rupees, Indian rupee. Do they have? Yeah, the reason is one fees for learning piloting is a costly job. Okay, 1 hour flying will be the fuel used, the permission, the airport rent, for everything it is a costly affair. So assume that you have to be taught half an hour to fly. Imagine half an hour you have to pay 50,000 rupees. Assume you have to fly for 20 hours. How much it cost you? Just like that it became 10 lakhs, right? So do you think that you can fly as an independent pilot without minimum 100 hours of flying? So 100 hours of flying will cost you 1 crore rupees. So first is tuition fees. Second is the flying experience you have to gain by having your own rented flight, which maybe the tutors will give you. Flying clubs will teach you. You can go to different countries abroad, different places. The cost may be slightly vary. But anything between 1 crore to 2 crores. But if you don't have, still you can be a pilot. But for that you have to join. Being an Indian, you like to be in Air Force, they will teach you this. Air Force pilots, they will teach pilots, right, in the Air Force. So serve some 10 years or 15 years and then quit the job, join as a pilot in the commercial. You understood? Most of and nobody will, the payment which you get if you quit from Air Force and then join as a pilot will be much higher, because you must have flown many flights, different You are an expert in that. So you can see most of the best pilots in private companies are also from Air Force. Otherwise, people from Russia and all will come. They also have got lot of such training programs. America and all, they will teach you how to fly, but they are all smaller aircraft, but you cannot become a commercial pilot. It's like an auto rickshaw driver cannot drive a big Volvo bus, right? So you can learn piloting at different levels. So if you want to be a commercial pilot who will earn a lot of money, want to fly from one place to another place with a lot of people around, you need to get a commercial pilot license. For that commercial pilot license, either you should have good money to invest for yourself to study. So what is the basic qualification? The basic qualification is 12th class with the maths, physics, chemistry.
Yeah, PCM.
Yeah, PCM is compulsory. You are good in maths, physics, chemistry, then probably,
Physics,
yeah,
but maths,
no,
I'm very good, not that good, but I can do physics and chemistry, but maths I'm kind of.
see, actually mathematics is a language for both physics and chemistry. If you are good in physics and you don't understand mathematics, the mathematics is very simple. If you this is where it is being used, you know the application, then you will appreciate. So what is required is look at the subject which you, maybe each chapter wise some heading, some technical terms, go and Google and then find out, ask question, where is it applied. There will be special mention of this subject is used in this place, then it will be interesting for you. Okay, otherwise you can take your subject, tell me the chapter name, I will tell you where is it used. I can finish teaching your whole mathematics 10th class, no? Probably 1 or 2 days I can finish your whole mathematics in 10th class. As simple as that. Then you can start teaching all your friends. You must look at the DrTPS BPS, okay, Birla Public School. You will see when I came, chemistry and all, some kids were singing all the periodic table names and all as a nursery rhyme. Do you know there is a periodic table rhyme available?
Yes.
Yeah.
But we don't have to learn all of them.
Yeah, but this is the time when you can learn throughout your life, you will not forget. So don't think that it is required for examination, this is required in the syllabus. Don't think about that. Because you are not studying for that examination, this is going to come in this year, whether it is academically required or not. This is the time when both of your brain can work. Study. Everything what you can study in your life at this time you must study. Then you will see, oh, you are not an average student, you will become most bright student. Now you are not a Birla Public School students, you are my students. I remember when I came there, one of the student was not giving admission for science stream. She was asked to take commerce in Birla Public School. Birla Public School or MES? From somewhere, because it was a combined program for the camp, many students from different schools came. So she was telling, I am not getting admission for science stream, but I want to be a doctor. 11th class biology admission, these schools are not giving because my mark is less. So I told her, come. I took her to Kerala and then gave admission in one of the schools in Kerala, Kottayam, where there is a medicine coaching. Now she is doing her MBBS in Georgia. She must be the final year now, almost. Yeah, third year or fourth year. Yeah. They said you cannot study. You have a school program in which they will do a no examination of what is interesting to you, which stream you can go. There are some softwares available where they will ask you a lot of questions and evaluate your IQ, EQ, career guidance. Everything is done through software in some of the places like Birla School and all that. And they told that you can never become a doctor. You have to become only a banker or accountant or something. So don't get into such cheatings, because these are all some softwares which cannot evaluate people. Okay. You can study. Basically, you should have interest to study. That both of you have. Otherwise, you will not come to me like this. Second one, there is a trick of learning so that it can become faster. Suppose somebody is asked to clean a vessel. They keep on using water and only brush. It may not get clean. You need some liquid soap so that it will become cleaner faster, right?
Yes, sir.
So it is not effort, it is the trick which you use. So if you know the trick, you can do well. That's it.
Sir,
Dr. TPS.
I would like to become an IAS when I grow up, and I
Download
know about the
download this book. It will tell you step by step what is to be done. Civil Service Prelims Handbook, Dr. TPS. It is in a blog. It is on my website. Just download it. And second thing, subscribe some Hindu newspaper or something. Okay. For you also. Don't think that pilot has to know only maths, physics, chemistry. English has to be very good.
Yes, sir.
The English is very good means you should be able to capture any message given without repetition.
Yeah.
I will tell you only once. You cannot say repeat it again, tell me again. No, that will not work. Have you seen Runway 34?
Runway 34. I don't know.
What is your interest in piloting then? That's a beautiful movie, Runway 34.
Sir, it's an English movie.
It's a Malayalam movie. Malayalam or Hindi movie. Yeah.
Sir, here I can't watch Hindi movies like that. That's why.
No, in the YouTube it must be available, or it must be on Netflix, it must be for Amazon or somewhere. You don't get any of them?
Sir, I like watching Hindi movies to learn Hindi. But here, everyone, there's only one place everyone wants to watch. So, they also want to watch their favorite. So, like, they don't understand Hindi.
Who?
My sisters are also there with me.
If they don't understand, they must keep watching movies so that they can understand. Who will not understand?
I have two younger sisters who is in 3rd grade.
Yeah, that doesn't matter. See, what is to be done is you must tell them if you don't understand. Suppose you don't understand something. What do you do? Oh, I don't understand, and leave it, or you repeatedly listen to that.
Repeatedly listen to it.
That's it. Got it? Or maybe translate and tell them. All that is required. And you find your time slot where you can watch. This is a beautiful movie. Okay. So your English has to be good. So how do you make your English good? In your English class also you have what is called a paraphrasing. They will give a paragraph and then ask you questions. Few questions you should find out where is the answer. Second one, give a title for the paragraph. How do you learn this? Through newspaper you can see. Go to Hindu newspaper last few pages, like world news is there. International news. Don't read the rest of the news which doesn't have a long-term value. Now 7th class, what's your name you said?
Siyona.
Siyona, 7th class, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th. Then graduation 3 years. Or maybe 4 years if it is BTech. If it is medicine, 5 years. So that means you are going to write an examination after 10 years. for which you are started preparing now. You understood? If you 10 years you prepare, soon after 10 years guaranteed you will get it. Otherwise, and whatever you are studying now is not for examination in the next month. After 10 years, I have to write this exam, so I am preparing from now. So create your own dictionary. Learn. Don't look for meaning. When we look for some meanings, if you don't understand, you look at the dictionary, you look for the meaning. Don't look for the meaning. Look all that meanings of that word, and then that becomes, because tomorrow again the same word will come in a different context. You don't have to look at the dictionary. I know that word. That should be your attitude. So when you read a paragraph, you understand the meaning contextually. This is what it means. You can give a title for the paragraph. Any question in that you can answer. Read once, you understood everything. Right? In Runway 34 also they give a big document. It's a huge document to read. He will not even read that. He will say, I know everything inside this. There are so many such questions. That means a pilot must be able to understand everything, and word by word he will explain when somebody is asking question. Your brain has to be good, memorizing. So with the full attention, focus, concentration, read. Don't just listen to something. Now I am talking to you. Maybe if I am talking to you for half an hour, after that you must be able to write a note to say that this is what I had. This is what I learned. This is what I understood from the discussion which I had for half an hour. You have to make a note. You are not making note. You should have a pen and paper to write down notes. Number 1. And make note. Don't have to, because I am recording it. Because I value this. When do you record? Because I value this, right? So I can post this onto YouTube also. So you listen to that. Oh, this is what I was asked to do. If I follow like this, I will be able to make a note out of all the discussion which I had. So when you sit in a class, also sit like that. After this class, I am going to write whatever she told me. Whatever he told me. I am going to make a note out of it. Your attention will be, some words you may not remember, so write down those words. So that is what is called a note taking. So take notes and make notes. So when you read a newspaper also, every newspaper is, when somebody writes a newspaper, somebody gives a news in a TV, it is called a story. If I am reading a news, I will ask my editor, what is the story today? Story doesn't mean the real story. The story means I am going to talk about this activity which has happened. That means, assume that I am talking about Prime Minister Modi going to meet American President Biden. So that's a story. So who are the actors? Modi is an actor, Biden is an actor. Now the next question, where is it happening? So there is a plot. Oh, in this place it is going to happen. And what are they going to discuss? It's a content. Finished. That is means a story, right? So actors are there, plot is there, and there is something happening. Everything what happens around you, you must be able to make it as a story, think about it as a story, write it as a story. So when you read a newspaper, imagine it's a story which I am reading, write a gist of it and keep it. Pick up a lot of words. English learning, normal classroom textbook English is entirely different from newspaper English. Many textbook English is not commonly used. Newspaper English is commonly used. So your English vocabulary will become much better when you read newspaper. So improve it. If these two things you can do, read class carefully, read newspaper carefully, improve your English, improve your textual knowledge. Any examination, wherever it comes, you can write very good. Logical reasoning, analytical skill, mathematical ability, all these are required for a pilot as well as for civil service. logical reasoning, analytical skill, data ability, data interpretation, English comprehension. So what you should do is, there are a lot of competitive exams, sample questions, whichever grade it is, if it is for civil service, for bank test, doesn't matter. All such examinations keep preparing. That should be your time pass. So both can share and learn. That's it. Ask somebody to make a note after the discussions. Both of you prepare a note and say what Dr. TPS taught me. Both of you write. Exchange the note and see who did this well. Who lost some points, who got some points. Which point you got it, which point the other person got it. So let me improve my knowledge like that. That should be your base.
Sir, about the civil service exam, I read about the examination and the courses, but I feel it hard about the exams.
So you are in 7th class now. You don't have to worry. You are thinking about something which is going to happen after 10 years. Will you be the same as today, or you will become 10 years elder, you will become much wiser and bigger, right? Now you are 12 years or 13 years? 12 years. So you are going to write examination at the age of 22. By that time your muscles will be stronger, your brain will become much bigger and greater, right? So don't worry. You don't have to worry about all that. Study, that's it. Keep focusing on every subject: maths, physics, chemistry, biology, zoology, English, social science, civics, current affairs. What you read today is called current affairs. Today's current affairs becomes general knowledge of tomorrow.
Sir, if we have any difficulty in any subject, can you help us?
Don't think about the difficulties. If you don't have difficulty, did you tell me what for you wanted to talk to me? I never asked, no. So anytime you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
World's best aircraft today to take people across the world is Qatar Airways.
I want to join in Qatar Airways as a commercial pilot.
Actually, there was a great project in which we were discussing about how the aircraft maintenance planned to start in Doha, and then I was like a consultant doing a lot of work. At least 3-4 months I has invested for starting a company in Doha, aircraft maintenance. Some rich people were discussing with me, they have money. Some technical people were discussing, they have technical expertise. So I was trying to connect, and I have a big project made for starting a company of aircraft maintenance in Doha. I'm involved in many things. Business consultancy also. Good enough. So you can call me. What to do is look at your maths. Don't tell now on words. What's your name, is that?
Mine is SEPHA.
S.
EPH.
SEPHA should not have this sentence coming from you from now onwards. Maths is difficult.
Okay, sir.
You must tell that maths is my most favorite subject. How do you make it?
Sure, sir.
What you are going to study in your class, you read about it, look at internet, study. If you don't understand, or if you understand also, no problem. Once you go through that, and then tomorrow or day after tomorrow, tell I will sit with you and then finish the whole syllabus before you start studying for the next year.
Okay, sir.
Done? Similarly, physics also. You study once, make the gist, because it's all English. You can read, no? Oh, I know, I understand, this is my subject which I am going to learn. Finish all that preparation before going to class. 30 points to students, 20 points to parents and teachers. That is the essence which I am saying. Prepare before going to your class. You finish studying and sit in the class. Then it will become interesting for you. The teachers are teaching, oh, I know already this. It will not be interesting or interesting. Then you will see, yeah, I know this. You tell me now. Let me check whether you know this or not. That's how you will sit in the class. But don't trouble them, okay? They are also making their earning. Just let them live. Don't disturb them. But sit in the class so that it will become interesting, more interesting to you. So finish learning before you go to classrooms. Everything, including English. Read, if new words are there, look at the dictionary, understand everything. That's how you should prepare. Okay, and writing examination, also there are some tricks. That also you read. You can prepare question paper, give it to your friend. So many different methods are there, which will make you to perform 100%. Every examination you will become 100 out of 100. Very simple. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So I have one more thing to tell that is, while speaking, let it be in English or in Malayalam, I always get stuck in between. I used to stutter, but I don't know why, even though I'm very confident.
One reason could be, assume that you don't get the apt words. Your vocabulary content is less. Number one. If it is in mother tongue, you don't have that problem.
Mother tongue I usually have because I'm not that much good.
Yeah, see, the language skill comes only when you practice. Second one, you are thinking too much whether the sentence is going to be correct or not. So you need a lot of guts. If I do mistake also, no problem. So courage. That will come only when you practice. See, when you go in a cycle, you feel like shivering. Maybe you will feel like I'm going to fall because you don't have that experience of talking public, or maybe you don't have that courage to speak. That's what it is required. The rest of the things are fine. It doesn't matter. So you need to have practice. But you are much better. Not, I don't say that you are quite normal. You are much better. You are able to speak to me means you can speak to anyone in the world.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So don't think that. The problem is, I think I have got less experience in mathematics. I've got less interest in mathematics. Then mathematics becomes tougher and tougher. Similarly, if you keep feeling that no, I don't have confidence in talking, then finished. That confidence, whatever you have, also will be lost. So keep feeling that I have no problem. You have no problem because you are my girl now. Right? Then why do you worry? I came on FM also in Doha, Jibin. There is a Jibin show.
Yes, father, my father heard.
Eh?
My father heard it in a radio.
I was there in Jibin's show. Good enough?
Yes, sir.
So come back to me with a pre-preparation for your maths or physics or chemistry or whatever subject you want. And read newspaper, read any book, see a movie, any program you see, half an hour, 1 hour discussions, make 1-page note.
Okay, sir.
Write a note and send it. This is what I got from your discussion. This is what I got from the movie. This is what I got when I read my newspaper. That shows your English writing skill, understanding the subject, how much you recollect, how your comprehension ability is. That's how you should improve your comprehension ability.